I want you to heal yourself. You can heal yourself. You can heal yourself. Baby, you can heal yourself. You can heal yourself. You can heal yourself. Pharmaceutical companies, doctors, therapists, all of these people in this medical system want you to believe that you have some sort of a disease, some sort of a problem, something that you need to take a pill to fix. They need you to believe that because your money, your insurance, pays their company and increases their profits. So the medical industry, the pharmaceutical industry, the food industry, all of these corporations have no vested interest in you becoming mentally strong. All of this talk around you has programmed you into thinking that you are helpless. You are not helpless. Old science teaches you that your genes are what is responsible for your health. And now we know that is simply not true. What is responsible for your health, mental, physical, is the environment that you keep your cells in. Our cells come into agreement with our environment. So if you have sad thoughts all the time, and it's led you to a place of depression, your cells are lining up to agree with you. There's some amazing scientific studies out there that show what can be done with the mind. You know, they'll put a person in a room, it's called the observer effect, or even just a camera, and the particles, so-called particles that we can't see with the naked eye, react to what the observer is thinking about, whatever their intention is. These particles outside of them, science has proven, will line up and do what the observer tells them to do. So science is showing some amazing things with word, thought, intention, desire. So your environment that you're creating in your mind is affecting everything about your person. People are really quick to want to line up with a diagnosis. Life can be hard if you haven't come into that place of understanding how to master the mind, how to change lifelong thinking habits, eating habits, exercise habits, all of it. So you can program yourself and you can be programmed. You can program yourself into a state of depression and anxiety. And you can program yourself into a state of health and wellness and strength. Most do not do the tough, mental, spiritual, physical work that it takes to change your chemistry, to change your mental state, to change your physiology. You can change it. You're capable of anything. You have this brilliant brain that works in cooperation with this big heart. You have supernatural powers. You can affect matter around you. You're connected to everything. The impact that you can have on your environment and other people is immeasurable. The only limit that you have is the self-imposed one. And if you want to continue to buy into this diagnostic system that we have now, that's fine. I'm not recommending anybody get off medication. I'm saying it is possible to heal yourself. When you become mentally strong and healthy, your creativity is flowing. Your ability to have the confidence that you've been lacking just grows and expands. You can do, be, morph into anything that you want. Whatever you think you are, you become. However you see yourself, there you are. You can see yourself as sick and depressed and anxious, or you can say, I'm not going to accept this anymore, and I'm going to figure out how to come out of it. And that's what I do. I help people become their greatest self. Why would you waste this life on being average and sick? One of the ways, I'm a spiritual coach, right? One of the ways to understand why you think the way that you think is to learn astrology. Astrology can show you your makeup, your spiritual map, if you will. If you are predominantly made up of water signs, you're going to have a tendency to fall into that deep emotional realm that can lead to depression. If you're an earth sign predominantly, you might have a tendency to be a little negative. If you're an air sign, you're in your head a lot. You might have a tendency to be anxious. If you're a fire sign, you could fall into anger. So these are kind of the dark sides of the signs. And once you learn your star makeup, because we're all connected. Everything is connected to everything. It's a big astrological clock that we're a part of. It'll help you to understand yourself. That's a big part of what I do. I think astrology, I know this is going to sound so wacky to people, but astrology can really help save people from their own darkness. Because once you really understand who you are, and there's nothing wrong with you, you have these tendencies, these bents, then you can strengthen. And then the things that have always been your strengths, you don't hold back from. For a long time I thought, God, I'm so loud and outspoken, and this probably isn't good. I should probably learn to be more quiet and subdued. Well, that's not in a Leo's nature. A Leo's nature is to lead and be out front and to speak and to perform. So once I started learning astrology, I realized, okay, this is why I have a tendency to react this way, with this kind of fiery emotion, because I'm a fiery person. Dedicating yourself to yourself, conditioning yourself, is the greatest gift that you'll ever receive. You can start becoming mentally tough. You don't have to accept a diagnosis. You can become a powerhouse. Don't be limited by what you think you are, or by what some therapist has thrown out as an idea of what is wrong with you. Stop talking about your problems. Stop coddling those thoughts that bring you down. Start moving in the right direction. You can do this. Read my book. Use me as a coach. Use me. Use me and abuse me. I'll love on you, but I will push you in the right direction. This is, I think, why a lot of times we don't get well. People say, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about that. There's a lot of that kind of coddling. And then our subconscious appreciates the attention that comes our way. It's like a positive reinforcement. And so we continue to seek that out. We continue to ask for prayers. We continue to tell people about all of our troubles and our woes. And it keeps us in that state of helplessness. And you do not need to be there. Yes, you need support. Yes, you need a friend you can talk to. But sitting on a therapist's couch and talking about the same issue for 5 years is not doing you any good. There is a way to change your brain. You can retrain your brain. It is possible. Any goal that's set in front of you, instead of saying, oh, I can't do that, oh, that's such a large, looming, wow. If you take a different route and you look at it and you say, I can do anything. I am capable of anything. I got that goal. And you mean it, and you are faithful to your own words, watch your life change. Get mentally strong, mentally fit. You can do this.